before anybody comes, let me be out here blending in my Oh, there you are, early birds. Hi guys, how are you? Okay, Pastor Edward and Minister Israel are here early because I planned to come for you two specifically. But why does Minister Israel want to come here already? This, sir, Kingdom Star. Today is Ladies Exposed. What are you doing here?
Well, we are here just to say hi before we leave. I know where Pastor is coming to.
For more support.
Huh?
You are here to give us more support.
Yeah, we're here to give moral support, and then of course we'll be in the comment section actually.
All right.
With the hype, the energy, and everything. Hi,
we're moving on so I can have my guest.
No, you can add your guest. It's okay.
Thank you for coming and giving us more support.
But why are you sending me away?
What?
You can add your guest. You can add your guest.
Learning to support.
Yeah.
I think you'll have to request. Dr. Bookie, can you please request?
Joe, bless you.
So that we
Bro,
start.
you're talking about NFTs. I'm still trying to catch up, man.
You're trying to catch up where?
Oh no, I was talking to Joe. I was responding to Joe. He's oh my God.
Pastor Evan is calling this Sister Easy. If you don't leave this live now, you're Sister Easy. That's just it.
Well, all right. I just came around to say hi, support you guys. I'm going.
Thank you. We love to see it. We expect to see you in the comment section.
Definitely, I'm going to light that up.
All right.
Bye.
I'm adding Dr. Bookie now. Anyway, guys, good evening. Welcome to Ladies Corner.
Hope I didn't cut my Minister Israel.
No, he was not meant to be here. So that's on period.
My room is so dark. Let me look for a better place.
Oh. All right. So today's the ladies. We're going to be discussed. First, we're going to react to the gentlemen last Wednesday, and then we are going to talk about the ladies. Apparently, it's Ladies Exposed. So we're going to talk about certain things we'd like the gents to know, the kings. Okay, so Dr. Bookie is still finding her spot.
I'm looking for a better spot.
Yeah. Ladies, let's be very active in the comments, and you can ask questions. So just to give you a recap, or just to let us know what we're doing here. Yes, Pastor Edward, I've caught on to the new name, the Kings. Pastor Edward wrote a book, She Emotions, which will be coming out next weekend. And so we've been having such awesome conversations I wish we had a long time ago, but it's okay. They say better late than never, innit? So we've been having all those conversations. So last week, Wednesday, the Kings talked, and they talked about things they've dealt with. And today we're talking about the queens, the daughters of Zion. We are having a discussion. Yes, this Saturday, my bad. So this Saturday, the book is going to be released. I think your lighting is good there. It's fine, yeah. Right? But do you have to hold your phone?
No. I'm fine.
You're fine. All right. So my guest is Dr. Bookie, but I want her to tell us a bit about herself before we get into the discussion.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bookie, and I'm a Nigerian. But I stay in Ukraine, and this is where I live for now.
Okay.
So what exactly should I say about myself?
You left out two important details in your intro, ma'am.
Which one and which one?
That you are married and you have a beautiful daughter.
Yeah, that I'm a mother of one. And
Yeah.
I'm married, yes.
Yes. So today we're gonna be we're gonna be getting it from two perspectives, from a single perspective and from a married woman's perspective. So hey, wife. Yes, she's a wife.
Wait,
Okay.
is it possible to be married and not be a wife?
No, Pastor Edward is just writing your, I don't know if I'm gonna call it your resume right now. Wife, YouTuber. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
last week we had Pastor Edward and Minister Israel talking about some of the things that men deal with, and they talked about. I remember they talked about just growing up. So there's the insecurity of when you achieve things. There's that pressure with achieving things, and what else did they talk about? Please, Kings, remind me. But let's just talk on pressure with achieving things. From a female perspective, what do you have to say to the men dealing with that as an insecurity? Like gathering things. I think especially that's why one of the kings don't want to marry. Because one of the things we're hearing is like there's less commitment to marriage in our generation now. And I
Yeah.
think one of the reasons is most of the men don't feel settled yet. They don't feel settled enough to, have a wife. So as a married woman, what do you have to say to that? What's your reaction, your response?
I think
Mm.
most men, that's what they think about. That's what they feel until I have these, I have these, I have that. And there are some women too that think like that. That until I
Yes.
achieve this height, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. But one thing I
Mm.
want us to realize is as you're going, carry everything you can go with you. Everything
Mm.
that can grow with you, just carry it alongside. Because if you don't do that early and you want to do it late, it's like you are going to blame yourself at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So it's like a man saying, I want to get married, I want to have my own house, I want to have my own
Yeah.
car. What if you don't have it until 35, 40? So when you're 40, you want to tell me you want to start giving birth at 40? And when will
Mm.
you have time for your children? Because
Yeah.
most of us, we actually don't think about the future, we think about now. If I don't have
Okay.
this, I'm not going to have a wife. No. When you have a wife, that's why the Bible says when you find a wife, you found a good thing and obtain favor
Mm-hmm.
from the Lord. So when you
Mm-hmm.
combine this together with the favor of the Lord, you get it faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's powerful.
If it's with God, you get it faster, you get it quicker, because women have this capacity to actually help you to manage your resources.
Mm.
Yes.
I'm
So
laughing in the
if you
comments.
if if you should find a good woman, she will help you to achieve what you want to achieve,
A
even
good woman.
faster than you can ever think of. But I
Okay.
think men don't
Mm.
realize that. That's why they
Okay.
say, oh, until I have this, until I achieve that, before I can do this. No.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let's talk now. Let's bring it to the women because I've had one of my brothers. He meant well. One of my brothers called me and he said, "You guys need to calm down because you and I, while in Ukraine, were in the same church, and you remember how when we have events, when women decide that we are coming for that event, we would come. So
Yeah.
apparently they'll tell us that we need to tone it down because it makes us look high maintenance. And when we look high maintenance, our hair is done, our nails are done. The brothers are not like, so how am I going to marry that woman when she looks like, taking care of her is a lot of money? And I'm not there yet. I'm just out here trying to take care of myself. So do you think the men are being judgmental? Like, are they judging us on this, the fact that we like to look good? They don't think we are good women or we can build with them from scratch? What's your take on that?
As many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the children
Thank
of
God.
God. Because the moment you
Mm.
start looking at how bogus a woman is, that is us. Please, we have to carry
Yes.
ourselves like that. whether you like it or
But
not,
I is asking how will you buy born straight human hair?
my sister, if you have the money, go for it. Yeah, but that shouldn't stop a man from coming to you. Actually, it
So,
shouldn't.
so
Gone
are
are
you
the
saying
days.
as women, as the singles, we shouldn't? Because I face this at school as well. Like I'm in culinary school, and one of the guys now came to ask me, "How's your husband or your what did he say? Your fiance?" So I'm like, "I'm single." He says, "You look taken." I said, "How?" He says, "You look well taken care of." I don't know how that sat with me. So I don't know. Those of us who love to dress, like Pastor Edward said, we love born straight hair and all that. Are we scaring off the single men?
I don't think we should scare them off. But if they feel scared, we are so sorry. We need to dress well. Okay?
please put it down in the comments. Do you think a lady's inclination to look very fancy and glamorous sometimes scares you off when it comes to like approaching her, and you feel like you need to achieve certain things before you can marry such a person? And the thing, since today's women exposed, let me expose women a little bit. I think for women, it doesn't take so much for us to look expensive. Yeah, like it doesn't take so much. I think we're good managers of finances sometimes. Like they don't know, maybe that hair, we have kept it from when, or we did what. So we're able to come up and look a certain way, but it's really on a budget. And it's just scaring me there, Yeah. Okay, next question. What do you think is what do you think is the challenges women are facing today, seeing that men don't seem like they want to get married? They have to first settle down, buy the Mercedes Benz, the BMW, and we're firm believers of he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So basically, I feel like we are at the mercy of them finding us.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know, some people will beg to differ. The new generation with shoot your shot. So I think before I got there, what's your take on women shooting their shot?
I think I'm a bit
Are you old school?
I'm from the archaic generation, maybe.
We're together. We're both old school.
For me, okay, maybe because I would just want to go with what is going on right now, but checking it's a bit awkward for me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad.
Okay, so personally, as a personal preference, it's not something you would have done.
Yeah, it's not something
with your husband, but you feel like to each his own. But in this case, to her own.
Yes, sure.
Okay, let me look. Pastor Edward said, "I'm liking this daughter of God, but she is posting video of a man giving his wife a car on the wedding." The pressure. Oh, well.
But what is actually wrong? What is wrong with a woman giving a husband a car? Is it wrong?
No. In this case, for example, he's saying he likes someone, and then maybe she's posting it on her status, like she's posting a man giving a car to a lady. So that's kind of showing.
That means she has already. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's pressurizing. But I think honestly, sometimes the same way you kings would just post maybe a Mercedes or something you'd like, we post them too. But honestly, I feel like daughters of Zion, maybe I'm being biased, but I think if people sit down and have conversations with us, we're not, I don't know if I say we're not as what we put out sometimes, but we're more down to earth than we seem. And that's why it's important to get to know a person, right? It's very important to get to know a person. Because I feel like if someone just knows me superficially from the outside, they'll think I'm just, very bougie. I don't eat certain things. I won't adjust in certain situations. And that's just not true. I've had people ask me, can you really cook? Do you work? Because maybe your nails are fixed or you like makeup. Those stereotypes. Anyway, so seeing that you and I don't believe in women shooting their shots, those are our personal, guys, these are personal. How do you think a daughter of Zion can position herself respectfully, in a healthy way, for a king to notice her?
I think the way you carry yourself
Mm.
is very important. Is very, very important. You can't just be there, you know. I think we've had this discussion before in one of these meetings, if you can remember, that you don't just go everywhere and just start laughing, ha ha ha, this. There is a way you carry yourself that a man will respect you, even seeing you alone. Do you understand? And the way you dress is very important too. That's why I'm saying, I'm telling our ladies that, guys, we can't dress down because you think our taste is high. No, we won't. Do you understand? We won't dress down because of that. You try and dress well, dress
Yeah.
gorgeously, because that is who you are. Package yourself very well, and let the word of your mouth too be good.
The word of your mouth do the
Like
good.
some girls don't really know how to talk, like especially in public. You just feel you can say anything anyhow, and you're just, a guy is even looking at you, admiring you from afar, and maybe you're just around sitting with your girls and talking, and you're the one that is just spitting out everything you
Super
need to spit
loud.
out, and try and just, courage is very important.
Okay, so for how can we balance that with let's say for me, I'm a very vocal person, right?
No,
So
being
how?
vocal, being vocal,
Yes.
and I think there are two different things.
Okay.
Your vocal, Minister Ruth, the way you talk, you can't be on a table and a guy will not say, okay, who is talking? It's different
Uh-huh.
from it's different from who is actually disturbing that side.
Okay, I
You
understand.
understand?
I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. Okay. All right.
If
So
you if
when
you're talking now, it's not as if your talk will not make sense or you will just start doing anything.
so it's just all that you're just all over the place.
Yeah. All this
Okay.
notice me kind of attitude. I don't know, maybe you.
Oh, trying so
Yeah.
hard to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I want us to discuss some of the insecurities. The men are here. Yes, we agree. Being vocal is different from being rude. Being vocal is being expressive, but being rude is a no-no. We are not here for that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the insecurities we face as women since today's Women Exposed. From growing up to when we reach marriageable age and childbearing. Like I'm actually listening to you, and I think at a point of my life I really wanted to get married for the it's cute and couple goals. But I think now I'm just thinking about my kids. I'm like, how old are they gonna be? Like, am I gonna be 50 and 18? Like, it gets there. So I think that's one of the pressures we do face as women and insecurities. So let's just talk through that. What do you think we face as women growing up? The pressures and the insecurities we really deal with that the men need to know about, since they don't know.
We actually
As
deal with,
Christian women.
yeah, as Christian women, yeah, we deal with like lots of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but guys too, of course, they will have their own side of their story. But we are the ones. I don't know how it happens, how it's happened in Zambia, but in Nigeria, women, ladies, girls,
Yeah.
you are the ones they are telling, this is what you need to do. You have to learn this. You have to do that. You have to do this. It will even get to a situation where they will tell you, oh, we are teaching you now. You don't want to listen. Go to your husband's house. As if you are the only one that is responsible for everything that's going to happen in your house, for everything that's going to happen in your family. But growing up, I didn't see it in them telling men, telling our guys. So you have this pressure of, oh my God, I have to do this because I need to get married someday, and
so I need to
it will
learn
be
to
needed.
cook because I
Yeah.
want to get married. I need to keep my body because I need to get married.
I need to know how to do some things because you will wake up in the morning, clean, do this, do that, and you will the guy in the house will be waking up like 12:01 and be like,
Yeah.
God, what have I done to deserve this? Is it because I'm a lady? So it's they like we have so much pressure on the ladies, which is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be.
Okay,
Then
so
when you now grow up, you get into marriage, you are actually women are responsible for so many things in marriage, whether we
yes.
like it or yes. But they need to tell the guys too what they are responsible for so they will know it.
Okay, shared responsibilities.
Shared responsibility. There shouldn't be this thing in the house is just for the guy, is just for the wife. This thing
Yeah.
in the house is just for the husband. They should, I think our generation should be able to teach our kids the right thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so from what I'm hearing you say, it's like women are raised, especially in the African culture, were raised literally just for men.
Which is not supposed to be.
Which shouldn't be so, because I think
Yeah.
now that the narrative has changed, now that we have gone to school, you still hear the tone being men are not marrying uneducated women these days. So indirectly, it's still about the men. You know, before us being homely is about the men. Let's be educated, it's about the men. Let's be fetal, it's about the men. And that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. So
you want to get back to size. The moment you just increase by 1 kg, you're like, oh my God.
yes.
Everything
Yes.
like it's just too much on women.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you're right. That's one of the pressures and insecurities we really deal with, dealing with not feeling enough and everything. Literally, yeah, as everyone said, it's a man's world. So how do you think we can change that narrative in a healthy way? Because I've got to realize that sometimes women, in trying to change that narrative, they go to the exact opposite. Like they now go to like I think that's where some of like, I know there's a healthy form of feminism, like when we're talking about equal opportunities in the corporate world and equal opportunities for kids, boys and girls to learn like math and science. But there's also this ultra independence that becomes, I don't need a man, I don't, you know, they now just take it to a whole new, so as Christian women, you know, having dealt with these insecurities growing up, how do we shift in a healthy way to still maintain things like submission, but we're still able to tell our partner like, hey babe, I'd love us to work this way together? Because I agree, the narrative has changed. Like we don't have where in the olden days maybe women didn't work as much, right? So she's usually at home doing house chores. So when the man comes out and provides, you know, you kind of don't expect him to go to the kitchen. But now we're in a world where both of you are coming home at 6 p.m.
Tired.
For example. You're both tired. So how do we navigate that and maintain things like submission and respect, and the woman being the one who keeps the home? Because at the end of the day, I still feel that's something God told us to do. So how do we do that in a healthy way?
I think number one thing is okay, for couple, what you should do is communication. Healthy communication. Communicate things like talk. There is like, I think there people don't really know the power of communication in marriage. Don't just close up. Don't say, oh, now it's my responsibility, let me just do it. Oh, I'm being stereotyped to do this, let me just do it. Before, I used to look at women as slaves. They're, oh, well, that this is what we are born for.
So
Even
let's
if you're
just
a
do it.
doctor, yeah, just do it. No matter how tired you are, no matter how this you are, let me just do it because it's my responsibility. No. There are times you get tired. Just call your husband. Guy, please, can we just do this thing together? You understand?
Yeah, and that's the importance of marrying your friend.
Yeah, so communication is the number one key. And secondly, don't look down on yourself too as a woman. Don't see it as a burden. The moment you start seeing it as a burden, it becomes a burden.
Yeah.
When you say, oh, now you both got home at 6 p.m., you're both tired.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing about women? We are so strong that even when we get home at 6,
We have what it takes to cook.
Yes. But what we just need is just a companion.
Even if he's just in the kitchen and he's reading
just talking, just gisting. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Just gisting with you. It won't even touch anything. The woman will finish doing everything before you know it.
But that emotional support.
Emotion and support, very important. Then the second thing is men shouldn't also take it as a responsibility to only provide. Do you understand? They believe, I'm giving you money, what else do you need? Women need more than money. Okay, now you said you're giving me money, what do you need? What about a woman that is collecting far more than the salary of the husband? So how do you want to please her? It comes down to support and the emotional support.
Yes.
Physiological support, like all form of support you can give your woman. It's not all about money.
Yes, I
Be
agree.
responsible.
Emotional responsibility. Be responsible emotionally. Because I think in the quest to provide, some men actually end up neglecting women emotionally. And then
like
and it's like, but I'm bringing in the money. And we're like, it's not about the money.
It's not.
So, Kings, I hope I totally agree with you that women were wired differently. So we are wired in a way that both of us, because if you look at bachelors and spinsters and the way they live, you can see that when a bachelor comes from work, most of them are just very tired, even mentally, to go to the kitchen. But spinsters have what it takes to go to the kitchen and cook a good meal. So of course, I don't expect us to do things a certain way. I know that we're not wired the same way. But like you said, like sit in the kitchen with her, just with her. Wash 1 or 2 plates while, she does what she does. Appreciate her. And those things go a long way. And maybe you can give her a food rub at the end.
Sure. Please talk about it.
Yes, all these little things.
When she gets home, you've done everything after eating. Appreciate her. These are things women need, not just fling $50,000 on the table. Please come and take your money. Who needs it?
Yeah, because we have very strong and independent women. Like there's a way it's happening also in a healthy way where women are bringing money to the table as well.
Do you know that's what is actually happening right now? That women will tell you they don't need a man. Because everything you need to offer me is just money. That's what you're telling me. If I can make the money you need to give me, why do I need you?
Wow. So that brings me to the question Pastor Edward asked, every woman needs a man. Do we agree? Does every woman need a man? Need a man? What's your take before I come in?
Every woman needs a good man.
A good man. Not just any man.
Not just man.
Yeah.
A man that can take care of her emotionally.
Yes.
Psychologically, because so many women are dying here.
Yes. Even when they're looking very independent, they have their money together.
They are here dying because they are not happy.
Yes.
There is a glow that comes when you're happy, when your man is good.
Yes. The glow from a good man.
And you should have it as a woman because that is what it will reflect on your children.
Wow.
Not just on you. It will reflect on your children. So please, a man must be good.
He must be good.
And be good to your wife. Not only financially, please.
In
Let's
all
note
aspects.
it. In all aspects.
We are teaching the kings today. So I agree. I think when I look at the male species and the female species, even looking at the origin of how women came on earth, God says it's not good for a man to be alone, and he brings a wife. I feel like women are nurtured for family. So even from a young age, we're playing with dolls and we're doing that. So I don't think there's any woman who grew up in a healthy setting who just decides that she wants to be single. Most like, I don't need a man. most times those maybe had very bad experiences, or the dynamics of the home in which they grew up in showed men to be very negative. But you're right, at the end of the day, we still need and want a man, like a good man, like you said. And so I think it's just so important for us first to accept. Like, I know sometimes, I don't know if you remember in church, and they're like, who wants to get married? Like, we ended up reaching a point like, we don't even want to show and want to get married. But really, we do want to get married. Like, that's exciting for us. We want to start a family. You know, like, right now, I'm dealing with serious baby fever. When I see babies, I'm like, oh.
But it's like, when you're done having them, you know, before I had my baby, I used to go, oh, like, oh, you know, this kind of thing.
Yes.
After having her, I don't know what happened. I was in the metro going from somewhere to somewhere. I may be coming back home or something. And I saw this cute baby. The only thing that came to my mind was, see them. I was like, Ricky, what happened?
Because you dealt with the reality of the kids.
Like, see them. You wouldn't know how disturbing they are. You would think they are.
Yeah, they literally changed your whole life.
I just had to call myself back. That Wiki, come back.
Oh, wow. Wow. Those of us on the other side will keep saying, oh. So, Pastor Edward, I think to answer the question, I think even though women would not admit, some may not admit to the word need, but I do think every woman wants a man. I think so. Yeah. They want that companionship, that emotional support. They want family and things like that. Most
women love like we are family.
But
like,
naturally,
we love it.
If nothing went wrong in your wiring or whatever, I think naturally we're inclined to want someone to do life with and, you know, have little kids. Mm-hmm. So Pastor Edward asked, what if I'm not mushy? So if a man is not mushy, he is not expressive with his emotions, which kind of comes natural to men. And then there's also the thing of where when they were younger, they were shut down, maybe don't cry, don't explain. How do we feel about men that are not mushy?
I feel bad. Actually, because you can't, it's I don't know how to put it. It's really bad for the women because women are naturally emotional and they like you being expressive.
Yes.
If you are not, they feel maybe you don't like them or you just want to neglect them.
Yeah.
You just want them to be, and that alone is mentally draining for a woman.
Wow.
Imagine a woman that is taking care of the child. She goes up and down, and a man cannot just come home and just a big hug and say, don't worry, you'll be fine, okay? If you don't know how to do it, learn.
Most times when people ask me, top maybe 5 qualities I'm looking for in a man, the first thing, definitely a love of God. The next quality, without doubt, is always teachability. Is he teachable? So I get that certain men, maybe your upbringing or whatever happened, you're not expressive, but learn, read books. And honestly, the thing with men, when they want to get something, they put in the work. So I believe that the kingdom kings need to step up with expression. Like we need to learn how to do it. Women want to be complimented. Like you said, when I cook, I'm a chef. I cook good food almost every day, at least 95% of the time. But if each time I'm cooking, my husband now, like he just departs, like I haven't done anything, it's gonna bother me. Like,
sure,
the food was
there's
really
no
good.
There's no day a man will just tell you, oh, this food is nice, thank you so much. It's she spent how many minutes, even if she spent 5 minutes cooking noodles. Do you understand? So we understand this part that you are not naturally inclined to that mushy kind of thing. I'm not too, but there are some times that you just appreciate. That's why I say appreciate what you have. Do you understand? Those kind of people now, if they want to, they know how to care for their shoes. They say they are not mushy. They know how to care for their clothes. But it will not come to your wife that's human, that is doing
Yeah.
everything to make sure the home is good, and you say you are not mushy.
You need to
You
learn,
have
bro.
to.
You have to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Pat on the
brothers,
back.
please.
Your baby. So you want to tell me if you have a baby, you don't know how to carry the baby? You don't know how to hug the baby? If you can do
He
it
says,
for a baby, you
someone
can
is
do it for your
asking who
wife.
got teach us mushiness by watch YouTube videos.
Don't mind.
I think the first problem, yeah, I think they don't realize how important like mushiness and expression of how they feel is important to women. So I think you know, us telling them, and that's what today's women expose, us telling them, you know, how important it is, not just in the beginning, because when men are chasing you,
Pastor says men often
it's
think.
the effort for me. When men are chasing you,
Pastor says
but when
men
they
often
get
think.
you, I don't
I
know.
came for you
Men,
among.
can you tell us what happens when you get a woman? Why do you relax? Like,
I
just
came for you among all
stop.
the ladies. That's enough proof of my love.
No.
She went for you among all the guys too.
And
Have you
love
forgotten?
must be maintained, please.
So you will
Jesus,
now get married and you're like, okay, that speed that you had in your mind, that running blood in your vein that was doing you mushy mushy before you went ahead to go and propose, let it be in marriage too. That's the only thing that will
yes,
make marriage stand.
absolutely.
Because if you
I
stop
think,
it, that's well. If it's a woman that stop it, do
like
you
when she
know
stops looking good, they come for us now.
they come? Oh, now
That
she's
is why
gotten
we are
pregnant.
pressured to snap
Now
back.
she has had babies. She's not taking care of herself. Do you think it's easy? You guys don't have anything you need to take care of. Still, yeah, we are still the one taking care of everything, and you still want us to look good. Why you are not treating us good?
Wow, wow. So men, the same way, let me use the Father, the same way God, you know, sent Jesus to die on the cross, and he's still out here maintaining his love. I don't think I ever feel like God loved me more when I was a baby Christian, and now I don't feel it. You know, it is still there, and you know, and so we need the effort still going on. So I just want to be handling the comments. Someone says, "What if you can't afford to give her the dream wedding? Did you want a big wedding?"
My sister, dream wedding is just for, okay. Let me see for
It's a
me.
dream.
It's a dream and a waste of money. So don't
I
even
agree.
think about it.
I agree.
What when after my wedding, I came back and I was like, okay, I won't say wedding is over. Oh, what's the word again? Oh, overhyped. Because everything we end that day, and the reality was setting.
Yes.
Everyone that come for the wedding, they will just dust their bum and leave you after eating your food. All the dream wedding, honeymoon, whatever you're doing, when the reality starts setting in, then you will know you're actually in for marriage, not for wedding. So don't plan for wedding, plan for marriage. That's what I would tell people.
I agree.
So if you're saying your dream wedding, if you don't have your dream wedding, please, sis, have your dream marriage.
Wow. My God, that is bars. I love that. Have your dream marriage. And honestly, I think on that part, I'll say we ladies are the ones who don't do so well. Ladies sometimes are so focused on the wedding than the marriage itself. When I was younger, I did want a big wedding. I wanted something elaborate, something that we talked about. But now that I'm older, I recognize where we get those things from. We're watching so many things on Instagram, so many things on, you know, all these movies that create a certain narrative in our head. I can't believe that a long time in Zambia, maybe it's still happening, it was normal to be in serious debt after a wedding. Like it was normal. It's just the norm. After you get married, you people start dealing with debt. And I'm like, you could have just married in the court. Why did you have to throw this lavish wedding, and you guys are entering marriage in debt. I mean, marriage is a lot as it is, and here you are going in debt. So I get the thing with the men saying sometimes it scares men off. These things we post, you know, this the way we talk about our wedding, or the way we talk about whatever. And so what I would say, what I would advise you kings, is actually sit down and have a conversation with that girl.
Yeah.
Like sit down and you know.
But sometimes I understand some ladies, they just want it to be you know, our parents. Some people believe, oh, that's my happy days, my happy time. I want my parents to be represented, I want this to be represented, and all that. Like, and you know this joy in the heart of women, parents, mothers especially. So I understand that part, but it's not all about that, because your mom will not be there when you're paying your debts. But dad will not be there when you guys actually get into the reality of marriage.
And
so
how do you start marriage with debts? Like, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Right. So I think now the women, we need to stop comparing. I think that's one of the things we really compare. We compare how the wedding for you Nigerians, the ashwebi and what quality was the ashwebi, you know, how was all that. I think those are things as women we also need to get out of our heads and look at the reality of things. A long time I would never say I can do a court wedding and it ends there, but now I can. Please, if you don't have money for whatever, my dear, I would rather have a very small wedding and we can buy land. Like, maybe it's because I'm 30, I've grown, but I know a long time I wanted something lavish or something like that. So what I would say to the kings is have a conversation. Sometimes you know, people put things on their status or like something, but when you sit down and have an actual conversation, you find that she's actually down to earth. She gets sense in her head. She's not ready to have a big wedding and then go into debt. But if she's the opposite, as you sit down with her and you find that she's serious about just wanting to look something and she's not really considering finances, please, bro, run.
When she's asking for 500,000 hair. Just
no, please run. This one, we the women will advise you to run.
Run.
Yeah, we advise you to run. Okay, so there's another thing that said, I'm following the comments. That said sometimes, which I agree, sometimes with the men with the pressure with work, they zone out emotionally. And they feel that sometimes, you know, we ladies, we also have to do away with moving mushy. There's also moving mushy. So how can we, but I think if she can pay for it, no wahala, yeah. If she can pay
for it. If she can pay for it, let her buy it on her own accord. It's not
no, honestly, if you can afford your dream wedding, your life will be normal afterwards. You guys are good, go ahead and have it. But if you can't, and you have to keep up with appearances, I just think it's straight up foolishness. Stop it, grow up. That's me.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think we pick this desire from mushiness from the movies? Let's talk now. Like, are we being unrealistic?
I think we are just wired like that. Just like, you know, we said it earlier that we are this family kind of people as women.
Yeah.
That is how we are wired. We are wired to be emotional. Do you get it? So it's not all about movies. I don't watch emotional movies, and you should, like, I don't really watch all these movies that you love play. For me, it's a no. So but we just need it. It's what we need.
So what do you think? Do you think there should be conversations, especially like when courting, to say this is how I want to be emotionally supported or taken care of?
Yeah, I think there should be conversation. Yeah,
I think sometimes they just conclude that this is what she wants. But I think if you're having the right conversations, you get to know. Sometimes, honestly, it's just a text. You know, it's just a text while you're at work, telling her, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I'm thinking about you." It's not that big a deal. I'm not saying every day come with flowers and chocolates and stuff like that. No, but just these little small things.
To please a woman is actually not hard. It's not hard.
I agree.
But are you willing to? Are you willing to?
Are you willing to? Are you willing to? Okay, so I wanted to talk about the pressure, I think, the insecurity I think most women deal with is our bodies, whether it's post baby, before having a baby. We really get to deal with these things. So what is some of the things you wish the men can know, like some of the comments they make that are very harmful to a woman's way of viewing herself, things they can work on, from like brothers in the church to when you start dating to when you're married? What can you throw there?
Body shaming is bad, whether you like it or yes. And I was reading something yesterday about if you know that you like the big side, go for it. If you know you
Don't
like
go
the
for one
slim
small and then you're
side,
pressuring her to go to the
for
gym.
it. Yeah. Don't marry me slim and tell me I want you to add. Don't marry me big and expect me to just become size 8. No. Go for what you like. Go for what you can deal with. And if a lady is still size 8 for now, look at her mother. How is she?
So you need to consider that as well.
You need to. So if you don't want her to be big and the mom is actually big, or the family,
leave
you
her
see
alone.
the sister is like chubby and everything, and you see her slim, forget that thing. Maybe it's after childbirth she's going to add up. So when she adds, don't. And if you want to help your wife, now let me talk about wife. If you want to help your wife, don't body shame her to help her. If you feel that she needs to slim down, get her everything she needs. Because some women they add after childbirth, and why they add after childbirth is the time. The woman is going through a lot, I must tell you. By the time you start giving birth, give birth to the first one, second one, third one, you're here packing this one, packing that one. You don't even have time.
So you literally don't have time for yourself.
That is when you need to support her and help her. You can even register her in the gym, buy all these girdles and everything. Do early morning exercises together. That's when you even get to know yourself and talk. You're coming from the office, or maybe you're coming from somewhere, buy fruits. Eat together.
That's amazing. I think that's a very I like something Baba Izzy said, like, men don't understand the changes that take place in a woman after childbirth. So I think they actually need to take our time to learn and understand a lot of things about women, so that they're better prepared for when when the woman gives birth and all that. And so Baba Ita said that's why they want to make money first. I don't think it takes a lot of money to lose weight. No. And I think it's really, like you said, it's more about the emotional support. When a woman feels emotionally supported, the way women are wired, when we feel emotionally supported, you're there.
What if your wife too is making money? What if she's also making money? You say you want to make money first. She's also making money.
So it's a partnership.
Lazy woman that won't be making money too.
So we're saying the brothers need to be very kind with their words. Like, I think women already, we deal with a lot when it comes to like weight gain and just body image in general, or beauty, or whatever we consider, and things like that. So they really need to be kind with their words, right? Okay, so how do we balance a man? Because I've seen something about marrying for purpose. What's your take on a man going for a woman that he's not physically attracted to? Because we've been in all these meetings, you and me, right, where they begin to tell the men that it's superficial to go for a woman based on her looks, like how curvy she is or whatever. Look for substance. That's how we came up with women of substance, like what kind of substance does she have? Do you think that's an imbalance, or there's an actual balance where you're attracted to what she looks like, and then there are qualities in her that are amazing? How do you think the men can navigate that in a
they
balanced
have to look
way?
at both. You have to look at both. If you're not okay with the size, with the stature, don't go for it.
There's another woman with the figure you like who has the substance you're looking for.
Yes. Don't marry a woman you're going to manage. Don't manage a lady.
Don't
She's
manage
not
that. You don't
meant
want to
for
be managed.
managing. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Don't pretend that okay because it's because of the way you I think the Holy Spirit is upon you, that's why I married you. My sister, my brother, when marriage sets in, there will be a time that the Holy Spirit will be like, you would think she actually hung the Holy Spirit outside and talk to you like without the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then you will start, because this is the person you will be waking up, sleeping and waking up with
Every
every
day.
day. So if you're not attracted by her looks, you're not attracted, like nothing is attracting you in your woman's body, really? No.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a proper balance to it. There's a balance of both how she looks, there's a personality, and then what she's called for. Of course,
Yeah.
what we don't support is marrying a woman just based on how she looks. I've come to notice that men can't actually stand a woman just based on looks. I think I was reading something on Instagram. Of course, I don't even think it was what was it? I don't even think it was I don't one of these, where people send all these stories or something like that. So the person, I think they made it should have been a fiction. But this guy meets a girl that's very physically attractive, and obviously they don't seem to have principles. So he has sex with her, right? But he doesn't want to get in a relationship with her because he says that it's just her body. And he meets another woman who he hasn't slept with at all, but they connect intellectually. So that time I was just like, oh, so even for the non-saved guys, the body alone is not enough. Sex alone is not enough. They need someone they can relate with on an intellectual level, someone that they can share ideas with. So both are important. Both are important. Okay, now let's talk about, I like how the men are always going on women should be groomed, but let's talk about the men. Let's talk about what women, when it comes to physical attraction, do you think women also based on physical attraction, or we are just emotional beings?
I think some ladies, okay, I'm going to give an example of a girl. She's really,
Okay.
really very beautiful. And
Yeah.
there's this guy in their class. The guy is really not very attractive.
Okay.
But as time goes on, they started getting close and close. And this girl, like, I think saw more than just the guy's handsomeness or whatever.
Yes.
And she started feeling something for this guy.
Yes.
And people were asking, you, this beautiful lady, what have you seen in this guy that is? I was like, no, that the guy is good. The guy is this,
Yeah.
the guy is that. So I feel that for ladies, it may be a bit, maybe there's a difference between the way we think when it comes
The
to
way we're
guys.
wired.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Some say, oh, that tall, dark, and handsome. How many tall, dark, and handsome people are in this world? You go find tired. That's why they're still single. Tall, dark, and handsome, tall.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, just like what you said, when before I got married, of course, I don't have this thing in my head that a man should be like this, a man should be like that. I just want you to be mentally straight. That's one thing
Yeah.
for me. I want you to be correct up here. If you're not correct up here, what am I looking
It
for?
doesn't matter.
Because I'm not looking for a man that okay, for me, I'm not looking for a man that is going to just be there. I want a man that's going to push me. I know the kind of person I am. I think, like, I don't know, but the way I think is, I don't know. So I want a man that will be able to meet me at that level and push me forward.
Yes, I agree.
So if you are talk that can answer and you don't have that quality, what am I looking for?
We don't want you.
No.
Yeah. So Minister Israel is saying ladies also have what they're attracted to. And I agree. Like, we have what we're typically attracted to first. But I think overall, it's the way a man is. Because I remember before I repented fully, I was in a situationship with a very attractive guy. But honestly, I didn't like him. And it was the way he talks. And he was very attractive. I feel like when it comes to on paper, Like, if I didn't send a picture of me and him to one of my friends, I'm being proud, like, oh, he's so good looking, he's so
If you have a
fashionable.
pre-wedding photo shoot, it's going to be
Yes,
like bomb.
yes. But then I realized that I didn't really like him, and it's because of the way maybe he would talk to me or the way he would behave. So compared to the fact that there's another person who, an ex of mine, who I didn't even think, now when I look at his pictures, I'm like, hey, I can't believe I was dying over you. But I realized it was more.
It has happened to everyone, I think.
Yes, it was
You
more
know,
about
mommy
who
used
he
to
was
say
on the
something. Mommy
inside.
will like, you will look back and like, so this is the person.
No,
Like,
honestly,
what
honestly.
happened? God.
I'm just like, but he's not all that, like physically. But then I realized like it had more to do with his personality and things like that. So I think for women, yes, we do agree. Like, we would want, a handsome man, like someone who gyms or whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, if you bring your fine face, your beard, and that's it, there's no challenge. You don't challenge us. You don't need us. I don't think any woman wants to be with you.
No.
I don't think so. We want you to look good, yes. But I think women are more concerned about the inner part first, to be honest. That's how you find that when a woman is in the same space with a guy, even if she's not attracted to him, but she sees he's kind, he's so intelligent, he's hardworking, he's such a leader, that's enough for her to say, hey, this person can lead me. Now that I'm grown, honest, that's what I'm looking at. If you're lazy, I don't care how good looking you are, where am I taking you to?
Then a guy that doesn't have a place is going to, where are you going to together?
No vision. You're on is just to snap fine pictures and post them on Instagram, but you have no vision. We don't want. We don't.
You
I
ask
think
him
women
simple
have
question
different
about
stages.
life.
Yeah.
No answer. So what
I
are you
think
talking
women have
about?
different stages. When I was younger, the physical part was so important. But I soon realized that it's not all there is. Because I remember one time I dated a person that I had a huge crush on. Huge, very huge, So when the person finally dated me, I was so excited. But he was off. He was emotionally disconnected. I was young. I was very, the kind of person you're walking with him and everybody's looking at looking at you guys because he's very good looking and all that. But with time, I was young.
People will even tell you, you guys look cute together.
Yes. I told my brother I'm breaking up with him. And my brother was surprised. He said, why? I said, he's just not treating me right. Like, he's not kind, he's not present. And my brother was shocked that even though I was very physically attracted to him, I was still willing to let him go. And it went back to the way he was treating me. I couldn't feel the kindness. I didn't feel prioritized. So even when I was young, I was able to say, look, if you're not going to treat me well or you're not having direction, I can't be with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we'll have to break this live, then we start again. Because I'm seeing something in the comments where these men now, because we said looks don't matter, they have decided that they will not take care of themselves. We are coming for that.
If your beard there, if
they
it's
are now
not well
saying,
taken care
order
of,
the
don't
pizza
come.
again. Let's eat the rice.
You shouldn't have your bushy hair. Just take care of it.
No, you know what we'll do? Let me cut this live so I save it, and then we'll come back and we address that. Even though your inside that matter, you still need to take care of yourself.
Don't order pizza. Don't order
All right,
pizza.
guys, so let me cut this live
and
come back. All of you, let's just come back. I'm going to go live immediately. Please come back. Let's continue the conversation maybe for like a few more minutes, and then we'll be done. Okay? So I'm going to go now, and we'll come back. All these men and this new thing they have found. Oh, these kings. I'm done. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back in a few seconds.